Hey everybody, thanks for joining Mindful Moment today. I'm Lara Olson and I'm the academic coach at UWSP. And today we're going to do just a nice 15-minute session of yoga that focuses on the legs, which feels always particularly great when we do lots of sitting to stretch out the hamstrings and the quads. So if you have a yoga mat, let's get on the mat. If not, then just find a space where you have a little bit of space to move. We're going to start, I'm going to remove my socks here. We're going to start in down dog. So to build up down dog, you come on all fours and then set your hands a little bit further in front of you. And then curl your toes and bring your hips up. And we're gonna stay here for a little bit. So you already see that I'm starting to move. If you don't wanna move, that's fine, but I like bending and straightening my legs one at a time. Or with bent knees, just kind of shifting my hips from the right to the left is my latest favorite stretch. And make sure your hands are firmly planted into the floor. And now I want you to bend your knees just for a second, because that'll help you to send your sits bones up and lengthening your spine. And keeping that length, now you can start guiding your heels to the mat. So there's a lot happening in down dog. Be patient with yourself. Even though we do it all the time in yoga, it takes a while to figure out. And now step your right foot between your hands. You can do a few little hops or just with one big step. Fingertips are on the floor and we're going to be in low lunge. And here too, I like finding some movements, especially some bouncy movements. And I feel my quad engaged here. So this is one of my favorite quad stretches. You can also feel good, kind of sway a little bit from side to side. And then for a few more breaths, we'll stay here in a static pose. And you can now draw your navel in and shine your chest forward and not collapsing into that front leg. All right, now let your left heel come to the floor and we'll prepare for warrior one. So breathe in and bring upper body up. But stay kind of low in your front leg. You see, I don't have my front leg parallel, which is kind of the goal, but whatever this pose looks like right now for you, you're good. Hips are facing the front of the mat. Bring your arms up. Relax your face. Relax your shoulders. You can even have, your arms and your hands relaxed. Or you can keep it more active. That's your choice. Make it your own. Maybe you can sink a little bit lower and then you feel a stretch in your quad, but also, of course, in your calves. It's just a great pose to strengthen your legs and stretch your legs at the same time. Breathe in one more time. Grow tall. And then breathe out and open up into warrior two. And you see how my hips open to the side. Now guide that front knee to your pinky toe. Yeah, I can feel my leg working. I'm going to stay here for a few more breaths. Breathe in. And sink a little lower, but make sure your knee is on top of your heel. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Relax your hands. Last breath in. And now cartwheel your hands to the floor and come to a plank pose. And bring both knees down. Bring your left foot forward and bring your right knee up. Low lunge on the other side. So, whatever movement felt good on the first side will feel good on the side. Maybe some bouncing. Maybe move front to back, side to side. Be curious, exploring. Just a couple more breaths. Then right heel comes down. Breathe in, come up, warrior one. So these poses will help you create some heat, bring some energy. So this is just always great to do as a little break, any time of the day. Just getting into your body and breathing. A few more breaths. In and out through your nose. Breathe in. And open up to warrior two. Really nice and open hips here. I'm trying not to grip anything. I'm just staying relaxed in my shoulders, in my arms. Make sure you have weight on both feet, that you're not kind of leaning towards the front or back. Just nice and centered. Breathe in. And cartwheel your hands forward. Bring the right foot forward and we'll come into a forward fold. Standing forward fold. All kinds of variations in this forward fold. I like having my feet hip-width apart, but you can choose your variation. And start with a nice bend in your knees. And just kind of hang out here for a little bit. Again, maybe swaying a little bit from side to side. And maybe you can come to straighter legs. But you want to make sure that you find length in your upper body, that you're not kind of like rounding in your upper body. You always want to seek length from your hips through the spine to the crown of the head. And if your hands don't come to the floor, you can always put books on the floor, or if you have yoga blocks or anything, or pillows. That's just the nice thing about home practice. You can be creative with your props. And then slowly, slowly, with a nice bend in your knees, roll up. Reach up and then hands in front of your heart. And we're going to do a dancer, either a variation of it or the full expression. We'll start just by shifting weight on the left foot. And you see I have a bend, a little bend in my knee. And that helps with balance. And then bend your right leg, reach back and get a hold of your foot. If you want to stand next to a wall, by all means, this is a balancing pose. So work your way up to remember where you are, from wherever you are. And now feel your right knee reaching down, 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 while your tailbone is tucked. And that is already a wonderful stretch. Couple more breaths here. If you want to go into full dancer, now kick your foot into your hand and reach your left arm forward, or the arm can go up, however it suits you. And this is a little bit more of a back bend here. So I'm losing my quad stretch here, but it's just a fun pose to do. Heart openers are great to energize your body. All right, and then release. Maybe shake it out a little bit. And then we'll do the other side. So shift weight on your right foot. Nice soften your knee and then reach back. Again, create length in your quad by reaching the left knee down. That's the most important action. Create length in your lower back by reaching your tailbone down. When we sit a lot, our quads tend to get shorter. And since they are connected to our lower back, the hip flexors, we can get pain in our lower back. So this is really great, actually, for your lower back. And if you want to go into full dancer, push your foot into your hand. Find a focal point in front of you. And let go. We'll come to the floor and just one last pose that you can use a strap with or a scarf. Again, be creative, but we're going to do a forward fold. So make sure you kind of move your glutes aside so you can sit on your sit bones. If you want to give yourself a lift, if you have the tendency to kind of sit like that, give yourself a lift and sit on the edge of a blanket or a nice firm pillow. And then breathe in, reach your arms up. And leading with your chest, as if somebody's pulling you here, pulling, pulling, pulling. You hinge from the hips and fold forward. And let's do that like a couple more breaths. Breathe in and grow tall out of your chest. One more time. More length. And then when you find your edge, you can sink your hands down. Strap is a really nice option because this really helps to standing nice and long in your torso and upright in your chest. And then from here you can fold a little bit deeper and round a little bit. 3 more breaths, breathe in. Out. Breathe in. Create length. Breathe out. Maybe surrender a little bit more. Last breath in. And out. And then slowly, slowly come up from the strap. And that's it. I hope you'll enjoy feeling a little bit more open in your legs, but also in your chest, feeling energized and ready for the rest of your day. So thanks for joining, and I see you tomorrow for Mindful Moment.